Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Hope you enjoyed the live yesterday. It was a lot of fun. It went on forever, it seemed like. We had up to, I know sometimes 120, 130 people on with us. We went for just under 2 hours before questions slowed down enough to where we could go ahead and wrap things up. So can't say thank you enough to all of you that joined in and chimed in with us yesterday. We had a ton of fun with it, and glad you guys were there. Doing that stuff isn't much fun unless you guys are there hanging out with us. So anyway, we started off yesterday by doing a quick walkthrough of the new addition. This yard was literally located right next to me, and it has been tied up in an estate for years. We finally got it done. The deed's in our name now. So now the work starts. A lot of cool stuff in here, but not really any rhyme or reason to anything in here. If you watch my other videos, you know I try to keep things picked up and organized. It's a challenge, and I don't do as good a job as I should. But I do try, and this stuff over here, obviously, it's overgrown. Stuff is just kind of dumped wherever. You know, there's a Henry J there. There's a 40 Dodge right behind it. There's about a 55 Hudson there, 2 Corvairs, and about a 49 or a 50 Mercury body. And that's all right in this one area. So obviously not much rhyme or reason to any of this stuff. So it's going to be a challenge, sorting, cleaning, organizing, integrating this inventory into my inventory so that I can find stuff. Because when you guys call and you need something, it doesn't do any of us any good if I can't find it, because it's scattered in too many different places. But some of the things I'm going to be up against, and we'll work up to a couple of trucks yet tonight and get some vehicles in here, but there's lumber stacked around, engines and transmissions on the ground, pickup topper. This chassis here, I think, was a 35-36 era Chevy truck. There's still a little bit of sheet metal laying there, and I think that's what that one was. Springs, trees down, tires and wheels. Here's a pretty cool truck, 3839 Ford. Got the distinctive 3-rib doors on it. Still some good stuff on this one. This was a 1.5 tons. Fenders and headlights are there. I do have a grill for one of these inside. This one's missing. I do still have one in stock. A little bit of old lettering left on the doors. And we'll take a peek inside. Still got the round face gauges in it. So kind of a cool truck. Still got some good pieces left on it. Of course, stacked with junk on the back of it. All this stuff's gonna have to be cleaned up and organized and get these trucks in order so I can find stuff. More trees down. More engines. So it's gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna get to work on it, start sorting this stuff, start integrating it into our inventory. Here's a couple of the 47 to 53 era Chevy trucks. So we're working on sorting this out, seeing what's all here. I've actually had access to the property throughout most of last year once we started on paperwork, but it's still a challenge. There's still stuff everywhere. And now that it's officially ours, I can start moving stuff around, start sorting, start organizing, start on the paperwork. A lot of this stuff is titleable, so I'm working on getting titles on a lot of it. And you know, a lot of it isn't buildable, but some of it still may be. Plus, there's a lot of good parts. Some of these cabs are still savable. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a job, but it'll be fun. Another truck right in front of these. So this is one you definitely don't see very often. This is about a 46 GMC. The Chevys, you know, we do see some of those, but you don't see a lot of GMCs in this body style. Once again, this was a 1.5 tons. Once again, stacked with junk. So more stuff that's going to have to be cleaned, sorted, worked through, and organized and integrated into my inventory. So anyway, there's a quick snippet for tonight, and we're going to start working through all of this stuff, start getting you some videos on it. We'll just start knocking them out a little at a time. Like I said, there is no rhyme nor reason to anything in this section. It was basically, it went wherever there was an empty hole, and that's where things got dropped. So the next several weeks for the videos, we'll still mix in some other stuff. We're going to get a lot of this covered. You know, right here we've got the remains of a early 30s International, and I've actually dug through it. Most of this truck is here. All the sheet metal's there. It's just piled on it. You know, and then you got a DeSoto, and then you got a 51 Buick. So literally no rhyme or reason to any of it. Go ahead and check out some of the live from yesterday, and you can catch some of it on there. As always, if you got any specific questions, just give me a shout, and we can sure discuss your needs. But the conversation on the phone is really the only way to determine what you need and see if I've got anything that can help. So anyway, give me a shout. My numbers are on the pages, 620-786-4428. We can have a chat, see if I got anything in here that'll help you out with your project. As always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Lots more cool stuff coming out of here over the next several weeks. Thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for watching, everybody.